Well, hi there and welcome to my channel. My name is Peter van der Merwe. I live here in Paraguay, going 3 years, and I'm going to be your guide into immigrating to a new country. Now, things to remember about moving to a new country. The first thing is to get your documentation in order. Documentation is a pain in the ass, but we have to have it, unfortunately. The most important documents that you need to remember is your valid passport. It is your unabridged birth certificate, it is your police clearance, it is your marriage certificate if you are married. If you have children, their birth certificates unabridged as well. Everything must be unabridged birth certificates, and police clearance from the country that you are residing in for the past 3 years is the requirements here in Paraguay. And that is it. So when you apply for your police clearance, always apply for that last, because you don't want to run out of time on the police clearance and then everything else is fine. So again, that could be a back and forth scenario which we're trying to avoid. The process itself is very easy, but it's to get out of your mind. You know, a lot of people have so many fears about moving to a new country, and it's understandable. I've been there. 3 years later, I cannot imagine myself living in a different country. I have literally done very well, and I'm growing every month and every day. We are expanding, and Paraguay is the country of new opportunities. Success, if you want to call it that, or my growth in Paraguay is because literally I invest in Paraguayans. I invest in Paraguayan people, businesses, startups, those kind of things. I try to find the diamond in the rough, and I refine that, and I try to mold whatever business I'm getting involved in to become more prosperous, because that is what I do. I'm blessed in that sense. So I'm being guided, and a lot of times I'm being guided from one place to another in business as well, and that's the way it should be. The immigration process is very simple, especially if you book one of our package deals where we include your airport collections, your accommodation with breakfasts, we include your all your government costs, your transportation to and from your accommodation to the government offices in the back. Normally our agents are very friendly, so they will go out with dinners with you guys and, you know, take you around, show you places and all of these kind of things, which is amazing. It is literally experience, because for us and our team, it is all about making your immigration process so much easier. Now, when you have the right people involved from the beginning, there's no problems with your immigration. The process itself is simple enough. It is the jumping through the hoops, which is what people basically pay for. Now, our packages include your accommodation, airport collections, pre-verifications, and all those kind of things, translations. If it is standard languages, when we talk standard, it's like from English to Spanish, Dutch, German, Russian, those kind of things, the standard kind of languages we do, and these kind of things. Now, we used to do, for the time being, we are suspending all visa application services. The reason for that is there's a lot of changes in immigration, and there's a lot of holes and a lot of things. So what we said we're going to do is just step back and see what the new year brings, because as the year ends, the new year comes in, new changes, new procedures, new kind of things coming in. But nothing to worry about here again. With the right immigration specialist and with our team, which consists basically of lawyers, realtors, accountants, those kind of things, which is great, because we try to make your immigration, your whole process easier. We take care of your taxation, registrations, real estate, lawyers, whatever you need, we have it all covered. So immigrating to a new country is much easier than you think. The language, this is things that people always think, you know, my Spanish, I'm not going to survive. My Spanish, you know what, you can learn. I'm here 3 years and now I can have a basic conversation, you know. But don't rush it. I mean, it's, you know, don't overthink it. I've just now learned a more fun way of learning Spanish, and it becomes more easier for me to speak it. Now I have a fucking amazing vocabulary, understanding Spanish, and that is what makes me successful, because a lot of people think I'm an idiot. I don't speak Spanish, but I understand every word. So that's great. So it gives you a little bit of a step up when people don't think you understand. But Our team is here to make your life, your whole Paraguay residency process so much easier, so much more enjoyable, because moving to a new country should be less stressful. And that's what our team, and Alberto and Lydia, Cynthia, everybody is absolutely phenomenal. And all of it, they really just take charge and take care of things. I mean, making things special for clients, putting clients in the right networks, hooking clients up with the right people, and that is what it's all about. And a lot of people love staying with my friends Betty and Blas in Luque, at their guest house, and a lovely spot that is. They are really like paternal, fatherly, motherly figures. Best food, best breakfasts, best sense of humors. They learning English, you learning Spanish, you'll get along. They patient, you're patient, they'll get along. So a lot of people like staying at their place because it's so central, it's homely, things like that. We have other accommodations, guest houses and things like that all over Asunción and the rest of Paraguay basically. So our relocation tours, I am working on a page for that at the moment, explaining to you guys what it's more about. We have quite a lot. We have 2 vehicles running at the moment, which is great. It's a blessing and a big disguise. But again, life is about changes. So there's a lot of changes coming into Paraguay immigration services in the new year. So do be mindful. Don't think everything is going to just be easy. The world is changing, as everybody can see. There's a lot of new changes coming into place. Things is somewhat exciting, somewhat scary, and somewhat adrenaline driven. But life is good. Immigration process is very easy. Immigration staff are absolutely phenomenal people. I really love them. From the day that you arrive till the day you leave, you will always feel welcome and appreciated. As for the country itself, crime is pretty low in comparison to what you guys are experiencing in Europe and in America and all over the world. Paraguay is pretty much easygoing. Education, there's a few schools in Asunción that does English and Spanish, and then there is one in Cacupe that also does English and Spanish as classes. So again, there's options. A lot of German English schools, but if you're not German, a lot of people don't like to learn that because people want to integrate. People don't want to be segregated and different. And that's why we focus on places where you can learn both languages, language development, all those kind of things. Cost of living is pretty awesome, pretty affordable. And buying a house, buying cars, buying properties, things like that is a very simple process. As long as you have the right team in place to make sure that your ass is covered, the documentation is in order, and there's no scams going. So if you have people like our team as well, we do that as well, property development, property purchases, all of those kind of things. We do all of that for you. We take care of you and your family. So love, light, and all those things. Reach out anytime. If there's anything that you need, if there's anything that you want, don't be scared. Speak to you guys soon.